Today's pick a card reading, we are going to tap into the energy of Samhain and the spooky season. This time of year, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I love fall and I love Halloween and especially Samhain. I love this time of year because it just, the vibes are everything to me. I love how the veil is thinner and it just feels like a more magical time of the year. I love everything that goes along with fall, pumpkins, the leaves changing. It's just always super nostalgic. So I had to put together some pick a card readings that were fall themed and wanting to tune into the energy of Samhain for this reading so that we can find out what messages want to come through from the other side, from our higher selves for this time of the year and what we are needing to know, because this is a really great time to reflect, to reach out to ancestors and those who have passed on, to reconnect, to heal, to also release so that we can be ready for the winter ahead. So let's not waste any more time. If you're as excited as I am to find out what messages Samhain has for you, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and stick around. Celestial beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Celeste Simone, and here on my channel I offer spiritual guidance to empower my celestial beings and heart-centered energy healing to help you align with your higher self. So if that is something that you might be interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. Without further ado, let's dive on into these piles. Pile number 1 is the Bumblebee Jasper. Pile number 2 is the blue Kyanite and ruby stone, and pile number 3 is the Malachite crystal. Now's your opportunity to pause the reading if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find which pile or piles most resonate with you. Please keep in mind that these readings are general readings, so take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. However, don't just jump out of a reading if the initial cards don't really make sense right away, because I believe everything happens for a reason. So you chose that pile because there is a message in there that was aligning with you and was meant for you to hear. So I definitely recommend watching the reading all the way through to the end so that you receive those messages. Plus, I will have a link to a random number generator down below if you need some help with your intuition and finding the right pile for you. You can try that out. Once you have your pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. Let's not waste any more time. I can't wait to find out what messages for the Samhain season are in store for you. So I will see you over at your reading. I'm so excited to dive into these messages for you, group 1. I have your pile right here with the Bumblebee Jasper on it. So let's just set your stone aside right over here. So I love the color scheme. I love all the orange. Sorry, I kind of went like Halloween throw up all over the place, but I'm really loving the nostalgia of it. So I hope you are too. But let's start with these tarot cards that are also Halloween themed. So we have King of Pumpkins, which is Pentacles in this particular deck. 3 of Imps, which is actually Wands. The 6 of Pumpkins or Pentacles, the World in reverse, and we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, so right away we're seeing two major arcana already over here. There's something coming in for this group, for sure. We're seeing that somebody from the past or an opportunity from the past is visiting us this season for Samhain. We're seeing with the King of Pentacles or Pumpkins in reverse, I'm getting the sense that this could be a job opportunity, especially because we have 6 of Pumpkins, King of Pumpkins. Maybe you're not really feeling it in your current job situation. So for many of you, this is a new career opportunity, but this could also be, for example, if you are kind of working on your health or you're looking for a medical solution to something, this could be coming in for you as well, because pumpkins is the earth energy. It has to do with our physical form, our physical reality, finances. So all those material things in our physical realities. So that's why this could also represent receiving some answers from a doctor or new insights for your physical health. Now, this could be also the King of Pentacles, maybe feeling worn down at a current job, or just physically in general, feeling, you know, weary, feeling tired, overworked. So I see as though there's a solution coming in that's going to really help you. It could be help from maybe somebody who you are already good friends with. Maybe they're offering you a job or a position. So this is going to be a new opportunity to help you work towards your goals. We have the Fool in reverse. We have the World in reverse. Sometimes I'm almost getting the sense that you may feel like you don't want to go backwards because you're trying to move forward either in your career, but there's almost like a having to kind of do a U-turn for a second there to go back in order to move forward again. That's what I'm kind of sensing from this reading, is a solution that feels like it's going backwards at first, but then it's going to move you forward. The Fool being in reverse is saying, hey, you know, you're gonna have to kind of let go of preconceived notions and just kind of open yourself up to the possibilities here. And that can really be your solution to finding the answers that you're looking for. All right, group one, let's keep going. I do have this Samhain deck here with some further messages. So let's see what messages this deck has for you. This is an oracle deck, so let's see anything I'm missing, messages that want to come through for group one. There could also be some kind of charity or gift that is going to help you overcome this either feeling of financial difficulties or feeling physically unwell. There's going to be some care or gift coming through from others who are very giving and offering kind of either some kind of charitable gift or charitable time, maybe helping you out, maybe maybe kind of like supporting you so you can keep moving forward. So just be open to kind of something new and different. Yeah, we have intuition. You hold the answers, you know the truths. Ancient ones await behind the doors of the mind. This is almost as though what I was saying before, where your intuition is kind of like nagging at you or tugging at you because you know, maybe you know like physically you're exhausted or it's too much for you. But as I mentioned, it may be hard to kind of take a step back in order to move forward, or even to kind of ask for help or be open to receiving help. So that's what I feel is, it says you hold the answers, you know the truth. So it's almost like you already know there's a option. You already know about this like option that you could go to for help, but you're trying to avoid it. So definitely listen to your intuition. We also have third harvest. Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. So these, these cards have like kind of like a little poem at the bottom to represent the theme of the card. We have honey's milk filling your emptiness. So it's almost as though like you've kind of exhausted yourself and it's time to reach out. You're receiving the third harvest. Wow, that's really interesting because we do have the Three of Wands here with coming in with the third harvest for you. So there's going to be results coming in for you. You're going to be able to fill your emptiness. In other words, you may feel like you've kind of been running on empty. You're needing to refuel. Something is coming in for you that is going to help you do that. Awesome. All right. So do you have some more oracle cards? All fall themed, of course. So let us see what messages come through. We have creation. So something that, yeah, because with the world card, so I get the sense that if creation of or manifestation of something has been delayed, there's something coming in. Okay, there is something on the horizon that you have created. So also don't feel, again, this is the third harvest that you've created. When you think of the harvest, you think of receiving the bounty of your hard work, receiving the fruits of your labor. So this is coming towards you right now. We have ritual. So what I'm thinking of, when I'm getting the vibe from ritual, tranquility and here and now. All right, so I'm hearing continue what you've been doing. Don't change up your routine or your ritual, okay? Because what you are creating is coming in the future, and it says tranquility here and now. So the message here is to remain calm, to trust in the process. I do feel that you're creating this scenario for yourself that's coming in as a positive opportunity, and help from others is coming in. So it's almost like be calm, you know, relax, don't worry, because don't worry now, because it is coming in and it is on the horizon for you. Wow, that's awesome, group one. All right, let's finish up with, I did want to kind of pull out some animal spirit energy. So let's see what comes through with these energies. Let's see how can you work with this? What messages have I missed? These are good cards usually for some themes. So let's see. We have we had a lot come out, but I'm gonna go with the stingray, which is a water sign. All right, what I'm hearing a few messages from the stingray. I'm hearing that there's this tranquility beneath the surface that when I'm imagining the stingray and the message that it brings, the energy that it brings, it's this energy of flying beneath the surface of the water and floating and going with the flow, and also the serenity of that. It is a water sign, water energy. So I feel as though there's this thing beneath the surface that is going to reveal itself, or on the horizon, you could say. It's naturally flowing towards you. Okay, so that's what I'm sensing, is that there's no need to feel like you have to put a ton of energy. It's almost the surrendering. We saw with the Fool card in reverse. Surrendering is what's needed right now to the flow of the energy, to where the stingray to where the current is taking the stingray, because I do feel like you are on the right track. Remember, don't change your routine or ritual. As far as, you know, I feel like the ritual is kind of like your daily ritual. Your daily routine is working to create this. So rather than feeling like you have to figure this out. All right, we had two fire signs come through with these cats. We have the panther and the tiger. So the energy of these strong cat fire energy is showing that there's strong passion beneath the surface as well. So there's strong passion for this creation, and I feel like that's I kind of mentioned before, getting burnt out by that. I feel like you may even be feeling this like strong energy to want to keep going or want to keep pushing and do it on your own. I also see kind of how the tiger or the panther are kind of like a lone animal fighting to reach this goal. But what's really needed right now is this tranquility, this water energy to cool and calm you down, to rediscover that tranquility, because your creation is already, it's almost like when we see creation and there's kind of like a pregnant belly here, the seed has already been planted and the baby is growing. So your creation is already on its way, is what I'm hearing. Okay, if that makes sense. Sometimes, I'm not even sure, sometimes my metaphors may not make sense, but so the fact too that there's this kind of like panther that is kind of like the shadow, and then the tiger feels like the light. There's like this dark and light side of it. I feel like the stingray energy is balancing you out. In other words, the water, this time of like kind of letting go of this duality, it's balancing you out. So yeah, I would say like this group does need to kind of take this time to focus on tranquility and giving yourself some time to rest, for sure, because you're passionate, you want this to come into fruition, you've done the hard work, you've been working hard on it for so long. Keep up what you're doing, something that you can maintain, something that allows you to kind of release that creative energy and go with the flow. But don't push yourself, and I also feel like don't fight this. You know, when this opportunity comes in, you may almost feel the need to get either defensive or as far as like receiving help. I feel like it might be difficult for this group to like receive help from others because you may feel like in some ways you failed, but really that is what is needed, is this help coming in. And that's going to be really like a stepping stone for you and a momentum for you even to reaching your goals. So group 1, that's going to do it for this reading. I really hope that you enjoyed these messages. I will link above to the other readings that I've done so far for this spooky season. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out next. Otherwise, I would love it if you would comment down below. Let me know which pile you chose. I'd love to have a chat about it in the comments. And give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying my energy and you found this reading helpful. I would love it so much if you join our family of celestial beings. That's going to do it for this reading though. Hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello celestial beings who chose the blue kyanite and ruby crystal or stone. I will set your stone right here so we can dive into the tarot cards first. All right, we have the 3 of Pumpkins, which is Pentacles in this deck. We have Temperance, the 8 of Ghosts, Knight of Pumpkins, and we have the Devil card. Okay, so let's break this down because this is a really great reading. I am seeing that you have 3 of Pumpkins, so alongside Temperance. So I am seeing that you are getting the well-deserved praise and recognition for some of the work that you've been doing. Also for your talents and for things you're just naturally good at. This could be an artistic group as well, where you're showing your artwork and others are appreciating it and commenting on how great it is, or you may not even know this, but they're thinking how wonderful what you're doing is. It could be at work, it could be in your personal life as far as maybe a side job or something like that, that you are working towards, because we're seeing with Temperance that this is exactly like you are right where you need to be. You're working on something that is very important to you, that you are just naturally gifted at. And I'm hearing like this is you on your soul's path. Okay. We're seeing with the 8 of Ghosts in the center is that you are currently really healing and moving forward, or trying to work on yourself. Now I'm seeing the Knight of Pumpkins and the Devil card, and this isn't evil or anything like that. The Devil card is really kind of about feelings of being stuck or trapped. It can literally represent a person who is oppressive in your life, who's maybe, see, I'm almost getting the sense that like you have healed yourself so much from this toxic person that you are not allowing them to prevent you from achieving great things and to being who you truly are. But it still is painful, and it still requires you to maybe even like deal with this person from time to time. Okay, so I'm hearing you guys are making money, like you're making a lot of money from this. And also you may even continue to make more money. I feel like this is just the beginning for you as far as success goes. And I'm also hearing with the Devil is don't get too corrupted by the material world and by what that has to offer you as well, because then you might start to put your personal value into those things because you're so good at what you're doing and it's going so well. So there's like kind of like a cautionary note on that, is that you could easily kind of get swept up into the material side of things where you're focused so much on the making money side of it. So you may find that it is important, it is important to take a step back and recenter yourself, because we can't invest everything into materialism, but there's nothing wrong with it either. I mean, there's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things and enjoying luxury and things like that. I do see though that this group is going to be very successful financially and make money doing this as well. This is also something that you earned. So you may feel completely entitled to being proud of yourself and spending your money, and that's great. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome how this is doing something that you're really good at and people appreciate that about you. There is still, some of you who this is specifically a toxic person. You're rising above this person. You're healing from this. It may be in your past, and you might be emotionally like really getting through this and climbing uphill. You can see that this is like an uphill battle with the Eight of Ghosts, which is actually cups for this deck. But, you're not letting it affect you in your life. Because even though, even though we might have some traumas or we might have to deal with certain people, we can still, as we're healing, we can still do things we enjoy and be successful in those things and be alive, experiencing life in a positive way. So I do see this group ultimately being very financially successful, pursuing this. So let's see, especially during this Samhain season. So let's see, I do want to pull some oracle cards for my group 2s. Let's see. Oh, we have rebirth. It says, there's death in all that awakens, for it isn't blissful nor painless. It's a mighty rising, O flame resurrected. So this is a Samhain deck, and each one has kind of a little poem on it. And this is kind of like rising from the ashes to really overcome difficulty, to overcome challenge. I mentioned overcoming oppression. This group literally had to push their way through an oppressive situation or an oppressive person in order to maintain a sense of a sense of self-esteem, even because you may have kind of grown up in a situation where you were made to think you were less than or put down for things that you're actually very good at doing and that actually are a talent for you. So again, this oppressive energy is something that you are healing from, okay? We have Black Cat. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. So this time of the year with Samhain is all about kind of facing our shadows and the darkness, and the two kind of coming together, because we talk about the veil being thin between this world and the next. So in the darkness is where we could rediscover ourselves, going deeper. So what I'm hearing with Black Cat is this journey that you've taken into your own inner depths to rise above, to heal. And it may feel like it's kind of like a never-ending journey. And the fact that the devil is still here, which tells me that, yeah, this oppressive energy may still be in your life. It may be discouraging, but the cards want to bring this up so that you've made so much progress, so that the cards are giving you, and the energy, spirit is giving you credit for being awesome. I feel that for this group. It's like there's so much credit being given to you for going through this dark journey in order to rise above it. And kind of, I almost feel like you get the last laugh is what I'm hearing. So their oppression really does not have actual control over you anymore. It may just be a feeling from your past that is still kind of lingering. But I see you kind of you are breaking free of this. Especially with the Eight of Ghosts or Cups, which is all about healing and rising. Opening doorways into new energy. All right, let's pull one more card for this group. I feel like we need one more oracle card for group 2. Let's get some clarification for my group 2s before we move on to another deck. Do we have one more? Okay, and bat. Another black animal. Invoke the power and fear, not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. Okay, so it says, invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undying change, denying change. I should read that again, just for it to really set in with that. So you may be a bit fearful of this person still, of this toxicity coming into your life again. Maybe it's just for a temporary like visit or something. Maybe this person's coming into your life temporarily. Maybe they're only interested in coming back into your life now that you are successful, and they're taking advantage of that. So this is up to you. I feel like it says, fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So there's something that you may even just be having to face right now, that you feel like, I don't have a choice right now. I have to face this person, or I have to face this situation, even though it feels like I'm trapped in this situation. I don't want to do it. I feel like this is a time for you to invoke your power, and your power comes from within, from your inner strength, your inner assurance that you're in control. You can set your boundaries if you need to, and taking back that control to do that. Okay, let's see what other messages Spirit has. Ooh, another black cat, superstition. There's something about this situation too that isn't entirely as it seems. With black cat, we have magic. Wow, really? This is a really interesting combination. Okay, working your magic. We have pleasure. Okay, enjoying the finer things in life. I feel like you are able to, I feel like this is a group that is able to now spend more money on pleasure. So in other words, to spend more money on luxuries and things that you normally wouldn't. You're bringing in more money now. You're doing really well at your job, or at your business, whatever that may be. Let's pull one more card, because there's magic and superstition at play here. And we have diligence. So I almost feel like you may be a little like worried about maybe what other people are thinking of you. I feel like, kind of going back to the Three of Pumpkins, there's kind of also a message here of, don't worry about what other people are thinking, because you're working your magic. I almost feel like you're in your magic, you're in your zone with what you're doing. So there may be fears from your past of others judging you or not liking you or something like that, because of something that somebody else has done. It's almost keeping you chained, is keeping you locked up from experiencing your full potential. I feel like you can release this, you can heal this, because it's just a superstition. So in other words, it's just in our heads of what we think other people might be, you know, construing about us. And if there are actual toxic people in our lives telling us these things, you don't need that. You don't need that. Like, just ignore them. That their fears don't have to be your fears. Okay, so they may bring in their own fears to the table of failure or something like that, but you're working your magic and you're enjoying what you're doing. You're going to be really happy being diligent at what you're working towards and being consistent at it. So yeah, don't let their fears, I'm hearing fears again, especially where it's like the fear not the hidden. Yeah, don't worry about that. You might be fearing maybe what other people are thinking. Don't worry about that. That's what I feel like. I feel like the spirit is kind of saying, like, don't let that hold you back. Like, you're killing it. You got this. Okay. So let's finish up with a few spirit animal cards for their energy and what messages they bring. Ooh, we have starfish. You're a star right now. Oh my gosh, this group, you are on fire. I know it's a water sign. Oh yeah, you are a swan gliding on water. You are beautiful. The public adores you. That's what I'm hearing from this. It's just like star potential. And we have buffalo, earth energy. So yeah, I feel like this group wants to stand out from the crowd and not get stuck in the herd. I feel like you're gonna be, if you were to get stuck in the herd, in other words, like get swept up in the crowd, you wouldn't be able to live your full potential. Like this group needs to stand out and do something special. With swan and starfish right at the center. The buffalo is also telling me this diligence again of like, you know, taking it one step at a time and having that support system around you, finding your tribe, finding your group and community, because as much as you stand out on your own, you need that support system to continue forward. You know, you may be the lead buffalo, but you need all, you know, your family surrounding you, or whatever, however that appears. You know, sometimes family isn't related, sometimes it is, sometimes it's friends who become so close to you, they become closer than family, or yeah, closer than family could ever be. So this is kind of also showing that you have a big following. I feel like that's also the buffalo energy here, is this big following of like community that you're creating, and you're like at the center of it. That's what I'm sensing for this group. Yeah, there's a lot of people who really admire what you're doing, so keep at it. Group 2, oh my gosh, this was such an awesome reading. I really hope that you enjoyed these messages or found them helpful. I will link above to some of the other spooky readings that I've done for this season, and also you can check out my playlist for the Halloween readings that I've done. I'll link that down below, because I do have timeless Halloween readings on my channel as well that you could check out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what pile you chose. Let me know you chose this pile in particular, and if you did resonate with any of the messages in the reading, I'd love to have a chat with you down below about that. And if you do enjoy my readings, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. That's gonna do it for this one though. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have a paw right here with the Malachite crystal. We're gonna place your stone right here so that we can dive on into the tarot cards first. So let's start. We have 2 of pumpkins, which is the pentacles in this deck. We have the ace of bats or swords in reverse, king of ghosts, and ghosts are cups in this deck, 7 of imps, which is wands. You have, okay, you've already covered every single one of the suits. Okay, and then we have 10 of bats also in reverse. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have king of ghosts right at the center. So there may be a love interest right at the center of this reading and this time period. This Samhain energy is kind of bringing up a particular maybe love interest or relationship kind of going on. This could be a current partner or a future one. We're seeing that I'm almost getting the sense that you are kind of ready or waiting on the next. You're waiting for something to come to a conclusion here. Okay, what I'm hearing too is this desire for, you're wanting things to really pick up. I feel like you're wanting things to move forward or move faster, or you may even have like high hopes, but maybe for yourself, like maybe there's some goals that you're hoping to achieve, but I don't know, it's almost as though you can't find the energy to do that, and it's just been too much. Like you can't fight it anymore. It feels like you can't overcome this. We have the ace of bats in reverse, which is telling me the direction is unclear. You're really not sure. Now this could be, for example, this could be a relationship where you aren't sure if it's worth the energy anymore. It could be that. It could be that you and your partner are experiencing, yeah, I almost feel like you and your partner together are experiencing this. Because we have the 2 of pumpkins, which is almost like the 2 of you are working together and balancing out or sharing. I want to say you guys are working as a team. The 2 of you, that you have a really positive relationship and you're working as a team. But together, it's like together you can't overcome this, and you want to figure this out. You're trying to resolve this. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. I feel like we can pull some clarifying cards on this too, because I do feel like, let's pull a couple cards. I want to know what is this? What is this Seven of Wands relating to? It's kind of, I feel like both of you might be, okay, so this could be fertility. This could have to do with pregnancy and fertility. Yeah, we have 10 of Pumpkins. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pumpkins and the 10 of Pumpkins. This is maybe even starting a family, okay? This could also be financially, trying to maybe find a house, or you're trying to, yeah, you're trying to kind of create a life together. And this could be maybe you're trying to find a job in the same zip codes or something like that, you know, in the same area so that you can live together, or just trying to figure out your finances, or maybe both of you are struggling to be happy at work. But this feels like a problem that you're facing kind of together. Now, if you're not in a partnership, this could be the actual kind of goal of trying to find this partner and this person, and feeling like, you know, you're not really sure of the direction. What I feel as though is the message is really to maintain, it's kind of saying like the energy is just not there right now, okay? It's just, it feels like rest really is needed. It feels like maybe you've hit a new low with trying to reach this goal, and you're just not seeing this clear path opening up yet. I feel like the balance of the day-to-day is just going to be where it's at for the time being, and it's important to just kind of like not overexert yourself. But between 9 of Pumpkins and 10 of Pumpkins, I do feel like results are going to come to fruition. It just may not be as quickly or swiftly as we're wanting it to be right now. So let's keep going. I'm going to pull a few more oracle cards to see how to work with this energy. Any recommendations, any suggestions that come through. I just saw one flip over. Let's see. Where is that one? Here it is. Okay. We have elders. And it says, birthed from seed with the belly of the moon, they are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. That's interesting that it says birthed from seed within the belly, because we were talking about fertility. Now, fertility can also be, in the 9 of Pumpkins or Pentacles in general, can be specifically financial luxuries, earning money, you know, economic wealth, things of that nature, and kind of reaping the rewards of that, along with the 10 of Pumpkins. Kind of this really, to me, this Pumpkins or Pentacles earth energy really is like about some money coming in, or even starting a family. So those are kind of the two ways I'm seeing this going. And with elders, I am getting the sense that it says they are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. It's almost as though too, through this reading, because remember we are tapping into the energy of Samhain, I feel as though ancestors are coming through as a healing energy from within the belly of the moon. I feel like with elders, this is almost like a message of respecting this ancient wisdom or this ancient knowledge. So in other words, this is a divine timing. I kind of mentioned earlier of like, you know, the energy is just not there. Like the confusion is present. There's just a not knowing, and sometimes we just are in that stage, or we're just in that energy of not knowing, and it's not our fault. It's not that we're not looking enough or we're not figuring this out. It's just that the timing of the situation has yet to reveal an answer for us. So there's an ancient wisdom at play beyond all things, and that's why this is coming through. So this card. All right, we have reflection. Be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut, for they are mirrors of the mad and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. So these are sound cards. I like to mention just that they are kind of like poems. They kind of represent kind of the themes, but they also kind of paint a picture. So I wouldn't look into the poem too much as like what's coming, as much as just like an artistic interpretation. But with reflection, we're seeing, okay, now's the time to rest and take a step back and reflect on how far you have come. Reflect on what you have learned. Reflect on what you do know to be true. That's going to ground you. Reflect on, things that you've tried already that didn't work. Give credit for those. Maybe reflect on things that have worked and that are going well. And I also feel like, you know, you're in a harmonious state right now with the Two of Pumpkins of balancing work, home life, having a team, like maybe you and your partner teaming up, being really good at teamwork. That's like a positive place to be there. There's just almost like a shadow currently over the moon, you know? It's just like the shadow just has to slowly move. So the shadow, we could even say the shadow of the earth has to move in order for us to see the moon. And there's nothing you can do, no matter how hard you look to find the moon on a new moon night, you're not going to see it because it's in the shadows. But with time, eventually it reveals itself again to us, okay? And we see the clarity of the moon. But that's kind of how I'm feeling about this message, about this information coming through for this group. We also have seduction. Hear the roaring flames with the masterful trance that calls upon heaving chest. Given into its alluring grip if you please. Or give into its alluring grip if you please, but heed my warning of the claws that draw blood without mercy. Seduction. So this is also saying is that waiting is okay, rather than rushing into something that seems really good without the proper level of caution or reflection. So it's almost like reflection is needed so that you are ready to make a decision that is more, I would say, kind of more reserved or more level-headed than just rushing into things, especially with a tired mind, because with the Ten of Bats or Swords, I feel like making a decision might be really difficult right now because you might be making it for the wrong reasons, rushing into something. So I'm almost hearing like if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So don't rush into a decision like that, or maybe even into a relationship like that, okay? Because there's a seduction here. You may be vulnerable to kind of choosing a decision that may not be in your best interest because you're just kind of like tired. You're just wanting to make a fix or to find an easy fix. Okay, we have simplicity. I do feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, just keep it simple. Take it day to day. That's really working. We have play. So in other words, have fun. Take some time to just kind of like do something you normally wouldn't do. Maybe you've been focusing on this for so long that it's time to just kind of take a step back, relax, just focus on simple tasks to do. And whenever you can kind of play, just play. And also we have gratitude. So that did mention that energy coming through, an adventure. So I kind of mentioned the reflection of kind of things that you're grateful that you were able to accomplish or learn during this time, things that did work, things that are going well, to reflect on those and be, you know, grateful for those things. Easier said than done, I know, especially when it can feel like, you know, some major things are going wrong in life. So to be like, you want me to feel grateful, like I'm grieving or I'm mourning, or, you know, grieving a loss of some kind, or having being frustrated or angry. It is also important to feel those energies too, and not to just kind of like, you know, bulldoze those or like ignore them or push them aside. But this is calling upon you to see the adventure again, and the adventure of life and the journey rather than the destination is kind of what I'm hearing with adventure coming through. Okay, we are going to finish up with some animal spirit oracle cards. I hope these messages are helpful to you so far, or that you are, you know, resonating with them in a positive way. Okay, let's see what else. What other messages does the energy of Samhain, the Samhain goddesses? Let's see. All right, we have Lion. The Lion shows up as a energy of strength. It is also a fire sign in this deck, which makes a lot of sense. But I'm kind of seeing with this lion is like the new horizon, regaining strength, because the lion sleeps a lot. That's so funny. It just reminded me of like in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. The lion rests. And he only attacks, or well, actually it's really the lioness. The lion sleeps all the time, really. The lionesses are who are going out and fighting. But when they're not, or fighting, or hunting, I should say. But when they're not hunting, they're resting, they're relaxing, you know, and they're waiting for, and when they are hunting, they're waiting for their prey to reach the right exact spot. That's what I feel like with these cards, is I always feel like the animals come through with the lessons, the messages, like through their energy, are the messages that we need to hear, right? It's like, be like the lion, or resonate with their energy of waiting for the opportune moment, waiting for, you know, lying in the grass, waiting for the opportunity to come to you, versus feeling like it's all on your shoulders to figure this out. All right, we also have the rabbit. Now, I feel as though, ironically, very different, right? This is the earth sign with the rabbit. And I feel like with the rabbit, this is maybe making a rash decision out of fear and running away out of fear. The rabbit always has to be alert and aware of its surroundings, because it is a prey animal versus the lion as the predator. So what we're seeing is, oh, awesome. And lastly is the earthworm. So what we're seeing with the rabbit is, you know, the rabbit talks about being cautious and not rushing into something again, you know, where it's kind of like acting out of fear, or acting, I mentioned before, is kind of like, if it seems too good to be true, it is, but also you don't want to rush into or run away from something out of fear, or give up on something out of fear either. So there's this combination of like having the courage to continue forward with caution, with awareness of your surroundings. But we're also seeing a go deeper. That's what I feel like with the earthworm. There's this energy of like something beneath the surface going deeper. So this is a time to, yeah, and also what I'm getting from the earthworm is this like alchemization of earth into, of your situation, your circumstances, into something that is even more organic, like even more nutrient and rewarding, because that's what the earthworm does, is it, you know, removes toxins, or it cleanses the earth just by existing. So this is really an opportunity to come out with an even better outcome than you expected, because of this, the work you're doing. It's just going to be slow and steady, because just one little earthworm, you know, can do so much, but it just takes time. It's a slow movement. It's not a race, and it's about enjoying the journey, not, you know, focusing on the destination. Okay, group of 3, those are the messages that came through for you guys. I hope that you found it helpful, or in some ways that it was healing in some ways, or even finding confirmations of something that you were feeling. I really hope that you did enjoy this reading. I will link above to one of my other spooky readings that I've done so far, and the complete playlist down below. I do have some other timeless Halloween readings that I love to share during this time of year, so you could check those messages out. They are timeless, so whenever those messages reach you is when they are most needed. But I do hope that you did enjoy this reading. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out, so I appreciate it so much. Comment down below. I'd love to chat with you in the comments about this reading, and be sure to post in your comments which pile you chose. So let me know that you did choose pile 3. Otherwise, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying my readings. I have way more to come, so I'm excited to share even more messages with you. That's gonna do it for this reading though. Hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.